A Drink With recently launched its second season. If you're not familiar, it's a podcast based right here in Detroit that features celebrities, artists, athletes, and other people who share their success stories over a drink with host Hillary Sawchuk. This is such a cool podcast that has just grown leaps and bounds, and I am so happy to be joined by Hillary this morning in studio. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks so much for having me. This is so fun.
This is so fun. So you're...
And then right after I graduated, I moved to Chicago for 7 years. And as we were just talking, I thought the move was next LA, and when I came back to Detroit to plan that move about 2 years ago, I'm like, wait a second, why am I going out to LA? So much is happening in my hometown, and I've been here, yes, the last 2 years.
So much. So for people who maybe haven't heard your podcast yet, tell me exactly what it is.
Yeah, so we're in the second season of A Drink With Detroit. So we're getting to know the leaders here, future leaders, all these like risk takers, people who are building right here in Detroit. And like you said, we do it over a drink. So it's fun. It's as if they're a friend. You build relationships over a drink. You celebrate over a drink. You cry over a drink. You really bond with someone, whether it's a coffee or a beer. So it's like we're sitting down with the president of Shinola, Shannon Washburn, and having a margarita with her, or Bill Ford Jr. and having a cup of coffee with him. You know, it's just so different than how you see them normally in the press when they're giving, you know, a speech or a press conference. So we really get to see their true personalities.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because when you first started this podcast, you were really interviewing a lot of more, I guess, Hollywood-style celebrities. And what really kind of prompted that change?
Yeah, so it's anyone who has this inspiring success story. So we talk to anyone who, well, at a restaurant, I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Like I try.
The rule of threes,
but it's everyone who has these stories, you know, it's anyone who's fallen and gotten back up and didn't stop at the first hurdle.
Right. It's about the story, not necessarily. You want to hear about their story. Do you have a favorite?
Oh gosh.
Here in Detroit?
Here in Detroit, it's so hard to pick, but I just interviewed Bill Ford Jr. So to talk to him and hear stories about his great-grandfather, Henry Ford, these personal stories was super special. Tony Hawk's been in town for the last 2 years because his wife is from Detroit. So finally, after I've been like trying to sit down with him to talk to him and to hear what he's doing in building skate parks downtown.
So cool.
That was a highlight. So yeah, it's too hard to pick just one.
Yeah, well, now if somebody does want to participate or check out, what can they look forward to this upcoming season?
Yeah, so, you know, it's a mix of entrepreneurs, you know, some celebrities, Allie Willis, who's a singer-songwriter who wrote September. You know, it's people who are building, it's hustlers, it's these stories of grit and perseverance, and you will be inspired. Like, and no matter where you're listening from, I think listeners will take something away and can apply it to their own life. So you can find the interviews on adrinkwith.com or like Apple Podcasts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. And we've only got about 20 seconds left. So your bucket list interview, quick.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Big Sean.
Oh,
Eminem.
Those are realistic.
I'm trying to think of some Detroiters.
If you get Kristen Bell, invite me. I want to have a drink too.
Yes, you can totally join.
All right. We'll be right back with one more news update.